Curlin Coed, been anxious. That sent annotation into mode. They are racing. The favorite Canfu with an alert beginning, Habanero flashing speed, and Dago is up and after the pace as well. The gray annotation away in the fourth position. Princess Tapiture on the drop-in class, a close-up fifth. General Jenny is next, a link to where the money went, advancing to the inside. Then it's the gray Herbs went second last, and Curlin Coed off the layoff is last of the nine. Up the backside they go, just outside a half mile to travel, and it's Daigle confronted by Habanero to the outside. Annotation is locked to the inside as Princess Tapiture loops up to the outside of Canfu. Couple leagues further back on the move. Here comes PW with Herbs Wentz closing in at the leaders. Then a link back to General Jenny. Where the money went, still trapped along the fence, being ridden but running in place. And Curlin Coed is at the back of the pack. The quarter 23-3. 1 quarter to go. And here's a 3-wide bid from Princess Tapiture. Princess Tapiture on the big drop-in class strikes the front. Daigle still boxing on. Habanero from between horses. Now switching off cover. Canfu down the stand side. Many chances as Daigle is upset-minded, still finding up top, and he's at least 30-1. Princess Tapiture has every chance to get by her late on the scene. Canfu, there's a upset in the opener. Daigle at 32-1 is going to go coast to coast, won it by better than a length. Princess Tapiture was second. Then Canfu and Habanero photoed for the Shoto there. Running time for the winner, 119.37 seconds. Speed has been the place to be this week thus far. And they are racing. Most definitely in hot heels, flashing speed as they go into the wire for the first time. Almadrina way into third position. Fairy Cakes a close-up fourth. Toil is fifth and 3 deep onto the run the first turn. Celestial Spin to the inside of Quarter Flash, then 3 back to Runaway Mom second last, and at the back of the pack, it's Swift Temple. 9 of them work around the opening turn. Now 6 furlongs to travel. 59-1 shot. Most definitely shows the way by a neck as Hot Heels has a foothold at the fence there from second. Fairy Cakes off the pace today. She is third and about 2 lengths off those leaders. Towards that one's inside is Almadrina and Manny Esquivel. A couple links further back deep on the course is Toil. Quarter Flash to the outside of Celestial Spin. Still 3 back to Runaway Mom, and Swift Temple is at the back of the pack. Quarter drill, 23-4. The pace is on. Hot Heels, and most definitely setting the tempo up top. Almadrina showing positional pace to the inside of Fairy Cakes, perfectly placed for Grace from fourth. As Toyo is being ridden to go after those leaders there from fifth. Quarter Flash gaining ground. Quarter Flash is going to be tough from here. Just needs some racing luck to the inside. Then it's Runaway Mom, Celestial Spin, and Swift Temple from the back of the pack. Half mile, 48 seconds flat. There goes Fairy Cakes, cut loose to the outside. Hot Heels still fighting on. 3 deep is Toil. Almadrina is next. Quarter Flash up the inside, top of the home stretch. Hot Heels is still there. Hot Heels shows the way with a furlong to go. Quarter Flash is getting that split. Here comes Quarter Flash after pace-setting Hot Heels, and Quarter Flash up and after the lead. Hot Heels still fighting on down the center for the backfield. Runaway Mom, they're inside the final 16th. Quarter Flash trying to put away Hot Heels, and Quarter Flash will do it. Timmy Gerton continues with his hot hand here as Quarter Flash gets it done to take race 2 to kick off the pick 4. Field of 9 at the post. And they are racing. Emirates Road, Chantry Flats, Tiberius Mercurius, these 3 leading the charge by us for the first time. Graded on a curve to the outside of Grail, down on the inside at the fence is El Franco, and between those is Master of the Ring. Then a link for the back to Policy Option and a Journey to Freedom are the 2 back markers. That's the 9 of them as they race into the opening turn. And Tiberius Mercurius showing the way, racing well off the rail there with the lead by just about a length and a half. Emirates Roads tracking in the middle from second. Chancery Flats to the outside, hovering from third. El Franco to the inside of a hard-held Master of the Ring. Still 2 back to Grail. Then to the inside, Policy Option. That one's outside is Flying Bee Ranch, graded on a curve and a Journey to Freedom is at the back of the pack. The quarter 23-4. Swift Tempo up top for Tiberius Mercurius, still a length. Chantry Flats now moves a closer second as Emirates Road continues to race to the inside from third. Master of the Ring still into the bit and hard held by the Bug Boy there from fourth. El Franco to the inside fifth. Grail still just in front as Journey to Freedom starts to pick him off. Policy Option is next and graded on a curve is now last. 47. And for the time for the opening half mile, into the far turn, here's Chantry Flats up to the outside in the Danny Barrett Silks to confront Tiberius Mercurius. Emirates Road tracking them from third. Master of the Ring now leveling off from fourth. A Journey to Freedom up the inside from fifth as they reach the top of the home stretch. Here's Chantry Flats emerging with the lead. Tiberius Mercurius still fighting on. Down the center, here comes Emirates Road, and Master of the Ring finishing well as Policy Option as well. It is Chantry Flats who'll have to deal with a fresh challenge from Policy Option, who's sweeping up to the outside. Chantry Flats is still there. Policy Option lunging these two down to the wire. Photo, a couple inches either way. I do think Chantry Flats may have got the better of the Bobs, though, but Policy Option was right there. Those two on the square in 150 and 4. And they are racing. Say Sashi dwelt, spots them about 15 lengths. It's Deck of Cards out with an alert beginning. Domisha Lucilla, flashing speed. J. Sui Rapide right there as well. Starship Belmont spun out in about the 3 path as they work around the turn. Halaga down on the inside, racing in the 5th position. Then Judy's Mrs. Officer is 6th, just in front of It's Greek to Me, who is 7th. Fortune Bound and right alongside Under One Sky is next. Then it is Wicked Wonder and a half a link back to Seaver and a long way last to say Sashi. Up the backside, the quarter 23 and 2. And Deck of Cards up top, freewheeling on the front end by 2.5 lengths. Domisha Lucilla still second. To the outside, Starship Belmont moves a closer third. Halaga to the inside fourth. There goes Judy's Miss Officer, cut loose to the outside. And on her back, It's Greek to Me and Fortune Bound closing in. And from the backfield, the gray Wicked Wonder starting to heat up as well. Wicked Wonder's on the move with the Bug Boy. Half mile 47 and 2. And Deck of Cards and Decky Cannon still out there up top, shows the way a length and a half. From between horses, Starship Belmont, Judy's Mrs. Officer. She's been parked wide throughout, but still with momentum from the backfield. Fortune Bound closing in. Under One Sky is underway. Many chances to get to Deck of Cards, who comes to the top of the lane with a 2-length lead. Deck of Cards still shows the way. Fortune Bound is loose and charging. Here comes Fortune Bound after Deck of Cards. Deck of Cards is still there. Fortune Bound is gaining ground. The wire's coming. Deck of Cards still up top. Fortune Bound lunging. Here comes Fortune Bound after Deck of Cards, and a photo finish. I think Deck of Cards may have went every yard, but Fortune Bound was right there. Those two on the square in 1:38 and 3. And they are racing. Slow beginning for Surface to Air. Good start for Metatron's Muse, also from between horses, Leonids, and right up to the outside, All About Croge, and further out is Stonemont Reunion. Up the backside they go. They're 4 across the course. In between horses, Leonids to the inside, Metatron's Muse, All About Croge to the outside in third. The Motto backs off in fourth. What a Blast to the inside, fifth. OXO's Transex races to the outside of Stonemont Reunion. Then it is Mamba Quake, still 2. Back to Quiet Ride, who's covered up by Royal Sandrin, and 2 back to Surface to Air. And Good Soul at the back of the pack. Metatron's Muse showing the way, but Leonids is showering down to the outside from the backfield. Here's Transect with a blitz on the far turn run. Transect, the son of Gunrunner, coming after Leonids, half mile, 46 seconds flat. Top of the home stretch, and a wheel on down for the judges. 3 across the course. Metatron's Muse will cut the corner. Leonids floating, Transect out wide. These 3 across the course with a furlong to go. Metatron's Muse still there, upset-minded. Transect lunging up to the outside with all the momentum, and Transect, a good-looking son of Gunrunner with a bright future here. Transect was tons the best. Transect's the jockey in victory formation late, won by about 2. Then it was Metatron's Muse from the backfield, Royal Sandrin, but no doubt about the winner. What a debut performance for Transect out of an AP Indy mare, covers a 6.5, wrapped up in the end, 118.32 seconds. And they are racing. Walla Holly with an alert beginning. Miss Brightside jumped well. Tappy Go Lucky forwardly placed in between horses. Lantana Justice. These 4 lead the charge to the first turn in front of the trio of Sage Hill, Sequeaker, and Northern B is last and deep on the course. They're bunched up for a field of 7 in the first turn run, about 7 lengths from top to bottom. Walla Holly, fleet-footed on the front end, and long shot Tappy Go Lucky will press her intently to the outside. Meanwhile, Miss Brightside and Corrales content to track that duo from about 2.5 lengths further back in the third position. Sage Hill is inside, racing in fourth, two in front of Lantana. Just as Another Bee advances a position, and Sequeaker is at the back of the pack, seventh and trailing the quarter, 24-1. New leader, Tappy Go Lucky. She shows the way up the backside, a half a length. Walla Holly still there to second. Up to the outside, Miss Brightside perfectly placed for the class dropper from third. Sage Hill, the daughter of Arrogate, inching forward along the inner rail from fourth. Another Bee continuing to gain ground up to the outside. Then Lantana Justice and Sequeaker is still last. Rounding the turn, the reins let out on Miss Brightside. Here she comes after the pace setter. Miss Brightside shows the way. Wally Holly to the inside. Here comes Charlie Livers, Another Bee, up into the second position. From the backfield running on Sage Hill, Lantana Justice as they round the turn to the top of the home stretch. Miss Brightside still there. Miss Brightside up by 2.5 lengths. Sage Hill is up into second. She's going to angle off the leader's flank and come and get her here in the side of the final Florence Furlong. Miss Brightside is still showing the way. Sage Hill is all over the course, but she's gaining ground to the outside. Here comes Sage Hill after Miss Brightside. Sage Hill to the outside. Miss Brightside down on the inside. She's on the wrong lead, and she's getting passed by Sage Hill. Sage Hill for Jeff Ganji and Billy Morey win going away, stopping the timer in 1:47. And for the seventh start, the winning one for Sage Hill. They're at the post, and they are racing. Off to a good beginning for this mile and a quarter journey. Two Birds, as expected, will show the way. Grantham up to the outside, away in the second position. Bright Spectre close up third. To the inside, Maintainer is fourth. In between horses, Box Office Warrior way in fifth. To the outside, Riding on the Ice advances to the outside of Shogun Warrior. Can't Be Doing That is next, and Perfect Painting is a length and a half in front of Junior's Gift, who is 11th and trailing. Into the first turn, 5 across the course. Two Birds to the inside of Grantham. 3 deep is Bright Prospector to the inside. Maintainer along the rail advances a couple of positions. Shogun Warrior deep on the course on this mile and a quarter journey, even further out, Riding on the Ice. In between horses, Box Office Warrior is next, and it is Bakwina and Can't Be Doing That. Perfect Painting is second last, and Junior's Gift on heels while racing last. The quarter, 48-1. Two Birds and Grantham are still the top two. Shogun Warrior continuing to race in third. From between horses, Bright Prospector closer fourth. Maintainer still along the fence. Riding on the Ice advancing wide, even wider. Perfect Painting way out wide and making an early move by the half-mile pole. Backween and Chase Miller for Silverton Hill is inching forward as well. Box Office Warrior third last. Junior's Gift up a spot and Can't Be Doing That. Now can see them all. 3/4 kind of fast for this distance. 1:13-4. Two Birds is still there though. Two Birds shows the way under loose reining by a length and a half. Shogun Warrior to the outside. Now Maintainer is being asked to go, and Maintainer's going to get a split here. Maintainer for the Iron Horse Racing Stable up and after Two Birds to the top of the home stretch. Two Birds is still there. Maintainer is set to strike to the outside. Box Office Warrior to the inside third. From the backfield running on. Bakwina is full of run down the stand side on the wrong lead, but gaining ground. Maintainer up and after Two Birds. Here's Bakwina continuing to stride forward. It's Two Birds, but Bakwina on the wrong lead and all. Much the best here. Gets up in the shadow of the wire to win going away. Then it was Two Birds, Maintainer, and Junior's Gift from last up in that photograph for the Miners. And they are racing to a perfect beginning. Chief Mystique broke well. It's the favorite Doc Rock hustled out from the inside that one. Meatloaf's Chance the Gray ranging up in the 3 path. From between horses, Kick Rocks Kids is fourth. Justin Ocean to the outside of him fifth. Flagstone is sixth and about 5 off the pace as they head up the backside. Then it's Better Dasher from between horses. Heston to the inside, and Jackie's Back is last. It's the fleet-footed Meatloaf's Chance showing the way. Meatloaf's Chance and Sammy in front by 2.5 lengths. Deep on the course, Justin Ocean closing in to the outside of Doc's Rocks. Now Heston is underway to the inside. Heston is trapped along the rail. He's going to have to go now and try to push out to the outside of Meatloaf's Chance, and he will in fact do just that as they stack up 4 deep to the top of the home stretch. Here's Heston in the Lime Silks to the inside. Meatloaf's Chance as Doc Rock is in between horses covered up by Justin Ocean. These 4 across the course. Meanwhile, Kick Rock's Kid is underway with giant strides to the outside. It's Justin Ocean, Heston to the inside. Kick Rock's Kid and Jackie's back lunging up to the outside. It's still Heston. Many chances here. These 4 to the wire in a flying Flores photo finish. And the inside was Heston. To the outside of him was Justin Ocean, Jackie's back, and Kick Rock's Kid. Those 4 in a blanket finish to close out the show.